Hello, everyone, again. And right now is BP series from MEET.ONE Sidechain. And right now on our call is Daniel from EOSNairobi. Hello, Daniel.
Hi, Dimitri. Very nice to be here.
Thank you, thank you. How are you? What time is it now in your time zone?
So here it's 9:30 in the morning. Tuesday. Yeah.
All right. So where are you right now?
I'm in Nairobi. Part of Nairobi that is called Kilimani area. It's within the city, right next to the central business district.
All right, all right. So we would like to know more a bit EOSNairobi.
All right. Yeah. So EOSNairobi is a community-owned BP. We started out around this time last year with a series of meetings. So there was a lot of events that were happening in Nairobi at the time, and in Africa. I think even globally, there was just a lot of blockchain-based events that were going on. We had the opportunity of meeting Ian Grigg at the time. He was a partner at Block One. He was doing a project for chamas. These are small saving groups for citizens here who save within them. So we got into a conversation. We got to learn more about EOS. Of course, we had just been following it on the Medium posts and on the media. But then now we got an in-depth look into the structure and everything, and that's where our BP launched from within the community.
So you basically guys have been together before EOS. You know each other, right?
So part of the team, yeah. We used to work together on various other things, and then also a larger part of the community was from the bigger blockchain community. So we used to do a lot of other activities. So for instance, myself and my co-founder Felix, we used to be researchers for the Institute for Blockchain Studies. It's based in New York, but we used to do our investigations here in Africa. So we had some bit of experience working together and also working in the blockchain space as well.
Can you tell us more about your team? Like you said, you have Felix, you have Mandela, you have, for example, you as well. How many founders in your team? Are you working in the same place as one office, or you are distributed, decentralized? We wish to know more about your team, or who they are, what their names, and what they're doing.
Yeah. So I think I'll start with the ones you mentioned. So I'll start with Felix. Felix is a co-founder at EOSNairobi. So previously, he used to be also a co-founder with me in another technology company called Fast Nexus. There we used
to. What the name?
Fast Nexus.
Fast Nexus
company.
All right.
Yeah, company. Yeah. So within that company, we used to look at emerging technologies. So we used to just try out and test out various proof of concepts for new technologies that were coming up, and trying to get them and see the different use cases within our ecosystem here. So we moved beyond that, and Felix is also a researcher, so he's a scientific researcher. He has a published paper, or I think it's going into publishing. Beyond that, he's really deep into science and really deep into the blockchain ecosystem. Then we have Mandela, who you also mentioned. So Mandela is the one who leads and manages our community. He's also a scientific researcher. He is a published researcher in the medical field. And he also supports our partnership with a project that is called Africa Digital Asset Foundation. I'll talk to you more about that a bit later. Then we have Steve. Steve Carey is the one who manages our technical infrastructure. So Steve has had experiences running data centers for, I think, about 8 years, and he has had large clients all over the continent for that period of the 8 years. So he's really competent. He's really good at what he does. We also work with him on smart contract development and some bit of smart contract training for the community here that are going on. Then there's Brian. So there's Brian Kimoto is one who manages our media, marketing, and online engagement. So he's really good at what he does. Brian is also part of the team at Ubuntu Energy Ledger. So that was the team that won the Africa EOS Africa Virtual Hackathon, and they also really did a good performance in the EOS Global Grand Finale in South Africa. So Brian is part of that team. He's an IoT engineer. So he's developing this smart meters that take in, or rather that check the consumption of the power that each housing unit is consuming, and that one is.
Sorry, I'll interrupt you. Sorry, I'll interrupt you. Very interesting to know more about the online hackathon. I heard you guys did online hackathon. So really appreciate if your team members can share some knowledge about it, because I think is one of efficient way people can cooperate with each other, do not live in their own place, and can have a kind of online activity which can bring some good results. So I hope we can talk more about this after the call. And if you have some experience you can share with us, we really appreciate it.
Okay, sure.
So how many members in your team in a total?
So the people who work every day focused on EOSNairobi and its activities, 8 to 5. I think it extends between 8 to 5. It's like almost a throughout job. So the people who work throughout are five dedicated people. Then we have now people who do not work actively every day but engage deeply with us. So we have a team of developers that support there's a community group that is called the EOS Africa Developers. There's a set of developers who support that community group. And then now there's this bigger community that is looking to advance adoption on the continent. So that one is working quite strongly with our project called the Africa Digital Asset Framework that has backed the Africa Digital Asset Foundation. So the work of that part of the community is to come up with standards that can allow blockchain and crypto to be used and digital assets to be used on the continent. So it's like a self-regulation plan that we have. So we are coming up with standards that can be used across all the countries of the continent. So Africa has about 50 countries. And now these countries all have different laws. So with this framework, each country can now take up a common set of standards, and now the different governments can decide to pick it up or not. As the
all right, it's a really cool idea. I think for this thing, you need to have kind of like stable coin, which can be transferred between different countries, and people can use a wallet on their mobile, use their application on mobile. So if MEET.ONE can be one of, I think, we did cooperation with Nairobi before, and also EOS ambassadors. Some people participated from Africa. It was pretty active to bring new users to ecosystem. So people register new wallets. They know how to make transactions. They study about CPU and the RAM. They know what is blockchain, how to deal with the deposit, how to work for block producers. It's a really cool thing. I think we need to bring more adoption in countries who necessarily to have it. Because I heard that many countries in Africa, not only Africa, we can say like my country as well. I'm from Ukraine. In 1 year, inflation rate is so high that people like earning 30% of the money they earn per year, they can lose because of inflation.
Oh, 30% is a lot.
Yes,
that's a lot.
Sometimes, some countries is really huge. So that's why the valuation of the fiat money is really a big problem around the world. And how to avoid it? Just do not use fiat money. So we are on a threshold of big changes right now. That's what I feel. And with the solid teams around the world, I think we can make the world better. So it's a really nice introduction from you. And about the Africa Assets Foundation.
Foundation.
Yeah. I wish to
Yeah.
know more about this thing. If you can send us some links and we can share it with our users, it will be very nice.
Sure thing.
And maybe we can talk about this later, so you can spread some more news about it. If you have some articles about it, we'll also appreciate to share it.
All right. Thank you.
I would like to ask you some questions about your infrastructure.
Go ahead.
What kind of infrastructure you have? Are you running on the cloud or is it bare metal? And who is dealing with the servers?
Okay. So here again comes with the advantage of having a really good team. And Steve and his large experience was really a big advantage to our candidature on EOSIO network. We have two data centers that we work from. So the first data center manages our EOS load, and the second one manages the MEET.ONE and our backups. So all our infrastructure runs bare metal. We did quite some heavy investment so that we can be a reliable producer. We also did a heavy investment in the network just to make sure that we are online and we are available. So we've put in quite some effort because we understand the connectivity requirements that are needed for block producers to be online and to be reliable and to be available at all times. And we've gone a long way in making sure that we have that. So we moved our infrastructure bare metal. We had started out in the cloud, but now we moved everything bare metal.
That's good. That's good. Many teams doing that. I did introduce like 5 teams, and everyone moving to bare metal. As I understand, is easier to update your own servers, and the servers becoming faster. So some teams trying to do mix, so they're doing cloud solutions and bare metal at the same time. Some getting on bare metal, and also expenses is not so high with the bare metal. That's what I think. This really nice. Can you tell us about the upcoming news, which will come 2019 from EOSNairobi? What you guys planning to do in next upcoming months or 1 year?
Okay, so our candidature has been based on bringing adoption of blockchain technology, EOSIO, to people, and in line with this adoption. So in the first year, what we were doing is a lot of awareness kind of projects. So we did a lot of partnerships, a lot of meetups, a lot of community engagement, free accounts, trainings, and the likes. So that was in our first year. And now that the network is live, now a network like MEET.ONE is live, the next thing that MEET.ONE needs is applications to come on it. And that has been our focus for 2019. Mm-hmm. So we are moving quite on the technical side, but also with the community. So we are going to work with the community on the technical end to make sure that we are able to have some dApps being deployed and people actually using this technology, because it's a very powerful technology once you come to understand it and to come and see its possibilities. So, for instance, this month we have started our program of 100 days of coding with EOSIO. So we partnered with EOS Studio, and we partnered with a lot of other teams that have built applications. And the idea here is to bring people who have real experience in developing applications that are being used, applications that have even received funding, applications that have massive community support and that are working really well, and to have these people share their experience with those ones who want to join, those ones who want to get in, those ones who want to understand, how do I connect, how do I build this, what resources do I need, and the likes. So our 100 days of code program has started, and we want to get developers. Our focus is on the entry-level developers, the guys who are interested in building, they have an idea, and we have a lot of those people, especially in our community. A lot of people have some really great ideas, but they stall on the technical end. And that has been a reality that we have faced and we have noticed. And we want to bridge that gap for this year. So
that's nice, really ambitious. Yes, that's nice, really. Actually, yeah, this is very nice thing because with the trying EOSIO software, you need to have kind of resources. So as you know, that MEET.ONE making solution for having cheaper resources, and you can try what you can do on a sidechain, then you can be on the mainnet. So we wish to cooperate in such way that the devs which will come to the EOSIO in future can come to the MEET.ONE, find some founders and found their users and be attractive to community, and then can be launched on the EOSIO. This is our main vision. So from the beginning we say there, well, portal for the EOSIO. And I wish to talk more about adoption and new dApps, which will come out later and will be launched on MEET.ONE. But I think we'll make another call for this. I don't want to make it too long. So the last question: what kind of message you want to leave for MEET.ONE users, and why they need to vote for EOSNairobi?
All right. So I think I'll tie all this down to our focus for our candidature across. And our main focus has been adoption all through. And our focus for 2019 is technical adoption. So getting the entry-level developers plugged into the system, getting them to start working with the code, to start understanding the technology, to start understanding the possibilities, and finally having tangible results like a couple of dApps launching. So we understand that all this requires a lot of community effort and community support. And the MEET.ONE team has been very, very helpful. For instance, like Søren has been really good in supporting. So any dApp that is being developed within the community, he's ready to support and help and onboard them to the MEET.ONE wallet. That's some really good support from your team. And I'm sure the community also appreciates that kind of work, you know, when the team brings applications that the community can use. And on our end as blog producers is to support developers to bring these applications to the community. So I think overall across the year, we hope to engage more and more with the community and see some of these steps coming on board. We are excited. We look forward for feedback, positive feedback. We look forward to people who have experience joining us and sharing their experience. And that's the best way that we can learn by shared experience. So from within the community, the message is, if you have experience, if you have technical capacity, technical capability, you want to share this, you want to see the development of the MEET.ONE chain, you want to see the growth of the whole EOS ecosystem just being bigger and bigger, please join us. Let's work together. Let's see if we can bring more of these entry-level applications into the network. From within the ecosystem, they can grow, they can find their support structures, they can find VCs, other partners, other people to work with them, and they'll just find their way around.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for participating in call. It was longer than I expected, but it's all right. I'm not cutting calls. I downloaded videos as it is, so it's like real videos without any editing. I think is the most honest way and fair way for blog producers and also for users to see blog producers.
Yes.
Thank you for participating in call and have a good day. Keep in touch.
Thanks, Dimitri. Have a good one as well.
Goodbye.
Bye.